Okay, then let's get started. Serverless in real life. My name is Tim, DevRel engineer at RunPod, and in this role I'm actually making sure that our customers, which are usually developers and researchers and creative professionals, can use our GPU cloud platform and help them to leverage what they want to do on our platform. And at the same time I'm helping getting the feedback that they have and bringing this to our internal teams so that we can actually improve the platform based on our users' needs. So, what is serverless? Can you please raise your hand if you have used serverless in the past for some projects? Awesome, a few people. And can you also please raise your hand if you have used serverless for AI and machine learning workloads? Also, I guess the same kind of people. Thank you very much. So, with serverless, you can focus on your code and you don't need to focus on infrastructure because you don't have to provision anything yourself. You just write your code and it runs in the cloud. What you also get is usually automatic scaling. So when many people, users are using your product, the platform or the infrastructure will actually scale so they can actually handle these kind of people. And if there is no demand on your product, then it will actually scale down and yeah. And you usually pay for what you use. So if you have many requests, you pay more money, and if you have not so many requests, you pay not so much. And at RunPod, we are calling this an endpoint. So an endpoint is basically an API that users can use to interact with this endpoint, and it also consists of a configuration and a Docker image, and it has something called a queue. So when a request coming into the endpoint, it will get put into the queue. And when there is something in the queue, we will spawn workers. And a worker is basically a Docker container that is doing something. So for example, an open source thing like VLLM or some custom Docker image that you created. So to give you an example, if your user wants to generate an image, for example, and is sending a prompt over the API, then it will put into the queue, then a worker is spawned, and then the worker could run conf UI with Flux and then generate an image, and then delivers this to the user. And once everything is done and the worker has finished their job, the worker will then be terminated and you don't have to pay for anything anymore. So serverless is really awesome because you have this awesome AI APIs, but you don't have to pay for the usage if there's no one actually using your product. And now I want to show you some use cases, and these use cases are actually customers from RunPod, and we structured these in like 2 different sections. So first of all, every use case has like a problem that the customer wanted to solve, then a solution that our customer applied to this problem, and the role of serverless for this specific use case. Physical staging is costly and time-consuming because if you are a real estate agent and you have to like go into your properties and actually put the furniture inside and make sure that everything looks nice, you actually have to be there. And with virtual staging AI, you can just upload an image, configure some things, for example, what kind of room it is, like a bedroom, living room, and which kind of style you want the room to look like. And then you get multiple designs and you can send this out to your clients. And serverless made sure that the customers of virtual staging AI have quick renderings of high-quality images because they optimize the cold start time so that like when there are requests coming in, the workers spawn up quickly so they get quick responses when they use this product. Many users that are doing online shopping have a problem to actually imagine themselves with the clothes that they see online. So if they are wearing this clothes, so that means that it leads to low conversions and high returns because people are unsatisfied with the stuff that they are receiving via post. Glam Labs created a solution where people can actually virtually try on these products by just putting an image on, and you can integrate this into your online store. And serverless enables them to have real-time processing with full cost control because like when many people are actually using this, then a lot of workers are spawned up, and if no one using this, then they have no cost for this because nothing is running on the serverless side. Vets spend a lot of time to actually do paperwork instead of patient care. And ScribbleVet automatically transcribes whatever they are saying when they're having a case, and then organizing the medical records. So a process that usually took like a few hours to actually do per case is now only a few minutes because everything is automated. And Serverless made sure that, because like vets have their business hours and they're working in this specific amount of time, that during these times they have a lot of processing power to actually do their task and their transcriptions. But afterwards it will just scale down so they can have also the full cost control on this. Photographers spend a lot of time on repetitive tasks. So imagine you go to a wedding and you take like 1,000 or more pictures, and afterwards you need to actually find the best ones to send to your clients. So with Aftershoot, you have automated culling and assisted editing, meaning that, for example, it will filter out automatically all of the pictures where the eyes are closed of the people or where people are not in focus. And with Serverless, they get like high performance and efficient cost control because they can choose the GPU that is perfect for the specific task they want to solve. So they selected like different ones for the specific AI task they have in their platform. Content creators want to create content and they struggle with complex editing apps, and they just want to have something that is working and helping them without like the worries of the interface or the actual workflows in these kind of apps. And Pixary created a suite of AI-powered apps to help them. And because of Serverless, they can scale to thousands and thousands of users at the same time to handle the huge amount of workloads that are happening in these apps. So, if you takeaways from these kind of use cases, if you are using Serverless, one of the most important factors is the cold start optimization, meaning the time it takes until the endpoint, the API, is available for your specific request. And you want to make sure that this is like as slow as possible so your users get the response very fast. You also want to have real-time auto-scaling, meaning that when a lot of requests are coming to your product, the workers should spawn automatically. You don't want to wait like 20, 30 minutes until like a new worker is there to handle the request. You want to have this in real time. Flexibility is also super important, so that you can actually have your workflow in the Serverless API and not something that is predefined. So you want to build your own Docker images and want to make sure that you can also configure exactly how this endpoint is working out for your specific use case. And of course, privacy is also super important. You don't want that the data of your users is actually lying around on a server and that someone could actually take it. You want to make sure that, that everything is private and the data is not spread somewhere. And now some actual insights on the platform, our platform. So until today, like we served almost 5 billion requests, and it would be really nice if you could help us to actually reach the 5 billion. So please come to our booth and get some free RunPod credits to actually use Serverless. That would be awesome. The top 3 GPUs that we have on our platform are actually from NVIDIA, like the 4090, the A40, and the A5000, because they provide a good ratio between pricing and VRAM. And the top 3 workloads are basically actually like custom. So like most users on RunPod are actually building their own Docker image because they have like a specific use case that they want to solve. The second place is image and video generation, and the third place is actually LLMs. And that's almost about it. Like I said, please visit our booth at 240 and get some RunPod credits. And I also have a small video where no sound is coming. Can you please start it from the beginning? Sorry, yeah. So I'm sorry, we have to do this like one more time because like I practiced this with like actually starting the video myself, and it should be. So please don't click on this. I think that clicker should also be working. And I'm sorry that I'm over time, but no, please, no. Oh, thanks. Okay, so I'm trying this now, and it's like a performance between Ty, our culture champion, and myself actually singing. And I'm not a professional singer, I'm just speaking here, so bear in mind this might be horrible. Okay, so, RunPod. Visit us at booth 240. Visit us at booth 240. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.